Good. Hi there, I'm Daiquiri Beebe with Abbey Realty, and we're here today for another iHeart Huntsville interview. We're with Karla Christian, and she is the new chair-elect for the Josey Scout Lodge Board of Trustees. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to chat with you. I'm excited about it.
All right, so tell us about what are the responsibilities of the Board of Trustees?
The original charter from 1935 charged us with supporting, encouraging, promoting, and perpetuating the ideas and ideals of the Boy Scouts of America and scouting activities. They went further to charge us with maintaining and operating a Scout Lodge. So based on those 1935 instructions, we've come up with a four-part plan. The first is to protect, improve, upgrade, and update the existing facilities and to ensure that they're available for the future. This building, the Josey Scout Lodge, and the caretaker's cabin have been standing for more than 85 years. And we want to make sure that they continue to stand for at least 85 more.
Yeah.
We also have an annex and a Girl Scout house on the property, and they're part of our charge as well. The second part of our plan is to preserve the heritage of scouting, not only in Huntsville. Huntsville scouting is actually older than Boy Scouts of America. We had established scouting groups here in 1909, which is a year before the Boy Scouts of America was founded.
Wow, that's
so
interesting.
Part of our responsibility is to preserve that heritage, and then also the heritage, of course, of the buildings themselves. The lodge and the caretaker's cabin are both registered with the National Register of Historic Places. So that gives us a level of responsibility for those buildings as well. The third part of our responsibility is to provide service and support not only to the local scout units but to our community as well. And then also the fourth point is to grow the scouting movement.
Mm-hmm. All right, terrific. So you have an upcoming event here at the Josey Scout Lodge. Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. The Josey Scout Banquet is an annual celebration of scouting in Huntsville. It's a family event for all current and former scouts of all ages, and also for friends of scouting. It's not limited just to scouts. It's an opportunity for us to mix and mingle and visit and renew some old friendships and make some new ones. So we always have it on the last Saturday of February, so this year it's the 29th. It's Leap Day this year. We will open the doors at 5:30. Program will begin at 6:30. So we're really excited about our keynote speaker this year. It's Colonel Mike Fossum. If his name rings a bell, he's actually quite well known in the public. He is a retired astronaut and commanded the International Space Station for a long time. He also is very, very active in scouting. He is a current scout leader and a distinguished Eagle Scout, and that's an honor that's not widely received. That's a pretty special thing. So he also is the Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Texas A&M Galveston. So you'll see him a lot on social media with different Aggie pursuits. So.
Very neat. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah. We do a lot of different things at the banquets. One of the special things we get to do this year is honor Mrs. Kay King Mitchell. Kay has served on the Board of Trustees for Josey Lodge for more than 30 years. 21 of those she served as the chair of the board, and she also happens to be Mr. Josey's great niece. So she is scaling back just a little bit. She will remain as a trustee, but she has decided to scale back and hand over the leadership of the board. Oh, wow. And so we get to honor her and her service to the board this year. So, and then the highlight of the evening is naming the Josey Scout. One of the very unique pieces to scouting in Huntsville is that we select an outstanding scout every year, and that's not something that's seen very widely throughout scouting. And we announce the winner of that recognition at the Josey Banquet.
And then their award is?
Their award is pretty special stuff. Let me tell you a little bit about how we select them first, because that will give you some idea of why we award them what we do. This award goes all the way back to 1935. It was established by Mr. Josey when he built the lodge in the caretaker's cabin, and he made arrangements for it in his will when he passed away. Mr. Josey was very, very committed to service and to being helpful. And his idea with selecting the outstanding scout was to find the scout who's active in a Huntsville troop, who is active as a leader and a helper within their school, their community, their scouting, their church, just all across the board. So they have to be Life or Eagle rank in order to apply. They fill out an application that talks a lot about their service, how they have provided service, how they have provided leadership in different aspects of their lives. They write an essay. We go to their scoutmaster and we ask their scoutmaster to confirm that they are active in scouting in Huntsville. And then we interview them. We've learned over the years that there's a whole lot more to a scout than just what can be put on paper and what can be recorded as part of an application. So we have a panel of trustees sit down and just talk with these scouts to get to know them a little bit better. It's a great opportunity for them. It's a great opportunity for us. If you ever start to have doubts about where our world is going, sit down and talk with these young men, because they're the leaders of the future. One of these days, I'm going to be old and I'm not going to be able to take care of myself, and I'm going to have to rely on somebody else to help me. These are the young folks that I want to be able to take care of our world when I get to that point. So they give me a lot of hope for the future. So anyway, we select one of these young scouts. There is a patio out in front of the lodge that has pavers on it that recognizes each of the Josey Scouts going all the way back to 1934. They receive a custom Josey Lodge jacket. They receive a couple of other little things, and they receive a $500 check. And we don't put any limitations on that money. They can spend it however they want to. We encourage them to spend it on scouting activities, but a lot of them are just about to enter college. They're our older scouts, and they'll use it toward books or tuition or something, or to go to whatever kind of a trade school, whatever they want to do. So, but we don't put any limitations on that. It's simply a gift to the scout. So,
well, that is wonderful.
If you ever have a chance, go out and look at that patio out front. You'll see a lot of names that you recognize. General Ray Lynch was one of the very first Josey Scouts, and he has a huge display in the Hearts Museum. David Addix was one of the Josey Scouts, and he is the sculptor that did the Sam Houston statue out on the interstate. And then just earlier today, they did a groundbreaking for his President's Park.
Yes, which is going to be amazing.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. So the young men that are honored out there are leaders in their communities, they're leaders in their families, they're bankers, doctors, cybersecurity specialists, you name it, they're all out there, but they're all leaders one way or the other. So.
Well, we are thankful that you're supporting the Scout program here in Huntsville. Do you have a website where people can sign up for or purchase tickets for the banquet?
I do, and I encourage you to go there. Not only can you buy tickets, it's a great place to learn about the lodge and some of the other scouting activities in town. www.joseyscoutlodge.org.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here with us today. And thanks for another I Heart Huntsville interview. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.